Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. My name is Danielle, and I am the founder of Hello Goddess, where sacred meets savage. Today, we're going to be talking about who the fuck is Danielle? Who am me? Who is me? Who am I? And why the fuck should you care and listen? And yeah, so I'm Danielle. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. I just moved back home about a year ago. And basically, I was overseas for the past 6 years. I was living in Australia for 2.5, and then I moved to Sweden. I lived there for over 2 years. And then I went backpacking for 10 months to go and find myself. And then now I came back home last year in March, and now I've been back home in Los Angeles, California, and it has been one heck of a journey. I have to say, it has not been easy. When I first came home last year, I hated it. I hated being home. I did not want to be here. I was still getting over my ex, and I was still dealing with a lot of pain and anger and all these things. And when I came back home, I had to really understand and unpack why. Why did I leave, right? If you've ever moved to a different state, if you've ever moved to a different country, there are reasons why you leave your hometown. Whether you want a better life, whether you're running away from something, whatever it is. And when you come back home, you're triggered. And that's what happened last year. I was triggered to the extreme. Wanted to run away. Every day I was looking at plane tickets to leave Los Angeles because I'm like, I don't want to be here. I hate LA. I hate Americans. And, it's easy to run. It's easy to go live in another country and just ignore everything that's going on at home. It's easy to ignore your disconnection with your family. And I had to make a decision to stay. It wasn't until July last year where I found plant medicine, and I've been sitting with psychedelics. I've been sitting with ayahuasca and just different plants to really help me heal. And once I've started this journey of self-discovery and internal work is what really allowed me to understand my shadows. It allowed me to understand my I don't want to say weaknesses, but my strengths, my weaknesses, the sides that I don't accept about myself. It allowed me to understand and remember my trauma. Unfortunately, I did grow up with a lot of trauma. At the age of 10, I had a lot of abuse happening to me, and I suppressed it for years and years and years. But here's the thing, your body remembers all of these things. It does. And it showed up in my past relationship, my anxious attachment style, my constant needing for validation was due to what happened to me because I was afraid of being abandoned. I was afraid of all these things, and it trickled into my past relationship. And until I actually learned and understood and forgave myself for what happened, because here's the thing, when you deal with abuse at a young age, it's not your fault. It is not your fault. And it's hard because you blame yourself for everything. You feel like you're not enough. And I've been on this journey of learning how to love myself. I'm still working through my self-talk. It's still very, very negative. I'm really hard on myself. But I shouldn't say that. I am learning how to love myself. I am learning how to speak to myself. I am learning to have compassion and show grace. And this is part of it, is Hello Goddess. So who the fuck is Danielle? Danielle is one work in progress, I have to tell you. But I'm at this point now where I'm ready to share. I'm ready to help other people, whether it's sharing my story, whether it's having other people come onto this podcast and hearing somebody else's story. I think they're super important for us to be able to connect because you can't heal alone. I was healing alone for a while until I found a community. And then since I've been in that community, I have just been skyrocketing in my healing journey. And it's nice to have support. It's nice to have people who understand you and don't look at you like you're crazy. Because you know how many friends, like, it's not their fault. We're all at different journeys. But I have a lot of friends that, like, they just don't get it. And it's not their fault. Like I said, it's not their fault. But you have to be surrounded around people who are also doing that internal work, who are also in that same mindset, because it makes you feel less alone. And so Hello Goddess is that. It is that community. It is, how do we heal together? How do we rise together? How do you choose yourself? You know, this journey of mine has been about choosing myself every step of the way. I've been in corporate for the last 7 years. I quit corporate. I changed my whole life to become a Pilates instructor. And now it's different. The way I'm living, the way I am making money is different. The way I'm showing up for myself is different. And I would have to say I'm becoming more myself. And there is nothing more empowering than choosing yourself in every step of your journey. It doesn't need to make sense to anybody else. It just needs to make sense to yourself. So that's a wrap for this first episode. Thank you so much. Who the fuck is Danielle? If you have any questions, DM me, comment. I'm happy to share more about who I am. This is just the start, right? I have so many more stories to share, so many more experiences of how I've navigated this healing journey in this space. And I can't wait to bring you on this journey with me, my goddesses. All right, goddesses, that's a wrap for episode 2. Thank you so much for being here at the very beginning of this journey. Again, if this is your vibe, please follow along and also share with a fellow sister. Maybe somebody else in this community needs to hear this or be a part of this goddess movement. So please share. And yeah, until next time, goddesses, bye.